turkey season 2020, second bird of the year. He's all wet. It was real wet down there this morning, and it's been a good season. It's been a tough season. I don't know. I don't know if I've had a season like this ever in my life. It's been good, but it's been tough. Killed one on the 2nd of April. You watched that one. Then I called one in two Sundays ago. I'm not sure what the date was. Well, actually, on that Saturday morning, I was set up and had birds gobbling coming, and a Jeep came down on the private land that adjoins my property and drove down. He wasn't real close, but close enough to shut the turkeys up, and he drove down to the river and cut the Jeep off. Then when he cranked it back up, I heard a bird gobble way off. I thought, well, they left out. So anyway, make a long story short, after he left, I decided I'd just go ahead and leave, and I got my stuff up and started walking out and looked up, and there was like 6 of them standing there, the old red heads looking at me, and 60 yards, and they were gone. And that was on Saturday. Well, Sunday morning, I got on a big bird, and he was in the perfect place to call him in. And I got set up on him, and finally got him to come in, and it was real tight in there. It was early in the morning, about 7:30, 8 o'clock. He came pretty much off the roost and messed around a little bit, and had a couple of hens with him, but they pretty much came straight to me. And but anyway, I guess I just don't see as good as I used to. I had him at about 25 yards, and I called and made him raise his head up, and he popped that head up, and I pulled the trigger, and he took off running. And I didn't know what happened. I thought something happened to my gun. And I've been hunting with this old Remington 870 for many, many years, and it has served me well. I use a Primos jelly head choke tube, and I wouldn't shoot a turkey as far as this gun would shoot a turkey. It will reach out there. That choke tube chambered or matched with this gun is just a perfect match, and it's amazing what it'll do. But anyway, he took off running, and so I couldn't figure it out. I said, well, I'm gonna have to shoot my gun. Something ain't right. So I went back. I still couldn't. I couldn't believe it. I sat down right where I was sitting. I sat back down on my cushion, and I looked up, and about 15 yards, I saw something, and I walked over there, and there was a sweet gum tree about that big around, and I had just cut it in half, and the pellets, you can still see the pellets in the sweet gum tree, and it completely chopped it in half and just laid it down. So I knew what happened then. But anyway, that was that weekend. Last weekend, had a good hunt with Joey, and he killed one. That was a lot of fun. You can check that out on Cast and Blast TV. I'm sure they'll get a kick out of that. But check it out. Joey and Alex on Cast and Blast. But anyway, he came over and we had a good hunt, and he killed one. It was a unique hunt, so you need to watch it. Whenever they get the video out, you need to watch it. It was a lot of fun. Most unique hunt I've ever been on. But anyway, then this morning, I got down there, didn't hear a thing, didn't hear no birds gobble, didn't hear nothing, didn't hear no birds fly down. And I thought, well, yesterday I was working on my mower, and I kept checking out, just slipping out there, looking out on the power line to see if anything was out there. And I did see a couple of turkeys out there yesterday afternoon. I don't know what they were. And then late yesterday evening, when me and Tucker went for his evening walk, we were walking down the driveway, got about halfway to the end, and just heard something and looked, and there were 4 or 5 turkeys about 30, 40 yards in the woods there. And they were just easing along. They'd seen us, but they were, one of them clucked, but never did put. So anyway, they went on, and they just have clear cut the property over here, so I'm sure they went over there to roost. Well, anyway, this morning I get out there, hadn't heard nothing. So I just sat up on the edge of one of the little fields down there, and I thought, well, we'll just see. And I first sat up, I was looking dead towards the field, and I had a lot of area to my right that if the birds had came that way, then I would have to try to make a turn, and I had a lot of wide open between me and that, and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to make a turn, so I decided to make a quick little move about 15 yards over here and back up into some reeds where I would be facing that way. You know, you can always, if you're right-handed, you can always swing left-handed pretty easy. If you're left-handed, you can always swing right-handed. So I always try to set up where my range of motion will be dead in front of me, where my shot's going. I think my shot's going to come. I want to set up where it's dead in front of me, and then the most areas to my left, so I can swing my gun around here all the way around to in front of me, all the way around as far as I can go. So I always try to set up that way where I'll have my range of motion helping me out. But anyway, so I was going to make the move, and you know how it is when you've been sitting there a few minutes, and it was still early, and I thought, well, I hadn't heard nothing. And I know if I'm going to make a move, I better make it now. And I hadn't put any decoys out. And I thought, well, I might want to put a decoy out just in case one comes in. Maybe the decoy catches attention and give me an opportunity to get my gun up if he catches me off guard. So, but you know how that is. You have to commit to it. You have to commit to making that move, because if you bump a turkey when you make that move, I mean, that's just the way it goes. So I talked myself into making the move, and I got everything ready to go. And I knew once I committed to making that move, I was going to get up and make the move. Well, that's what I did. I got up, grabbed my vest. I went over to the other spot. I set my cushion down, set my vest down, got my decoy out. I was going to put 2 out, one over kind of to my left and one straight in front of me, probably 25 yards from me, to catch their attention if it came out on, unexpected. So grabbed the decoys and stakes, started out there, made about 5, 6 steps out in that field. A bird started putting to my left, and I seen it run off, and I thought, oh my goodness, and it was a gobbler. I mean, I seen it good enough to tell that it was a gobbler. I had my gun with me, but there wasn't no way I was going to take a shot at a running longbeard. And I mean, it was looked like a good bird, so I didn't shoot. But anyway, my heart sank. I felt horrible. I talked myself into making that move, and if I'd have just sat there, there's a chance if it was going to come out, I think it was heading that way, I probably could have got a shot at it. But anyway, so that had me tore up. So went on and put the decoys out. So I thought, well, I'm just got to calm down, put the decoys out, sit back down over here, and just spend the morning. If I don't see anything, if I don't hear anything, if that bird I saw run off, the only thing I see all morning, so be it. So I went over and put the decoys out, went back and sat down. I hadn't been sat down 5 minutes at the top. I was just basically getting my position situated really good and looking at where I was at and thinking, yeah, this is gonna work. And I heard something, and I thought it was a turkey cluck. I wasn't really sure, but whatever it was crossing the woods on the other side from me. And so I just got my slate call, clucked one time right back, and kept listening, and then I heard it cluck, and I knew it was a turkey cluck then. And I clucked again, and so I sat there, sat there, and then on the wood line, I saw the turkey come out, start easing up the edge of the wood line, head up looking, and it would pop its head around and feed every now and then. I could tell what it was. It was a gobbler or not. And so I sat there, and it got where I thought it could see the decoy. I had my mouth call in. I had a Primos double cut, and just a soft, light yelp. Now, this time of year, that's what you got to do. Real soft calls. The least you can say, the better off you are. They've already heard all these calls. They already been around turkeys probably that when they get shot at, or they probably saw people. They get call shot. And if you listen to the turkeys, the hens in the first part of the season, they're a lot more vocal than they are in the last part of the season, and that's why. And besides, the hens are trying to stay hidden. They're nesting and all. And so anyway, I just real light, soft yelping, and that's all it took. He came out to the edge, and he saw the decoy. And he came on, and he got about 25 yards, and I clucked to him again with my mouth call. He raised his head up, and I shot him. There was, I don't know how many, there was 6 or 7 with him. I didn't even know it was there. Two flew, and I don't know what they were. And then when I jumped up and ran over to go get him, there was 4 or 5 standing there, jakes, standing there running around in circles and putting and carrying on. And I run over and grabbed him and got him to die, and held his head down with my boot. I used to grab him up and just go ahead and throw him over my shoulder and let him. But if you look on Bubba Roundtree's trophy page, you'll see what that turkey spurred under my hand. It got me good. So now I just stand on their head till they die. And I threw him over my shoulder to walk back over to get my gun and stuff, and I'm gonna get my vest and stuff and decoys, and there was 2 just standing there about 45 yards from me, and they were jakes. So I don't know how many turkeys were with him. I don't know how many turkeys were jakes and longbeards. I don't have a clue. I know that some of those might have been turkeys, longbeards like him. Some of them might have been jake. I know some of them were jakes. I know. But anyway, he's the only one I knew was there. I didn't even know the rest of them were there. But it was a lot of fun. And make sure you check out that video on Cast and Blast. Joey's hunt. It was super smooth, super cool hunt. And I've got some more videos coming out real soon. I got some more fishing videos with Tucker, and I got some how-to videos coming out. I'm still working on them. Hopefully I get them out pretty soon. Thank you so much to all the people that have subscribed. Thank you very, very much. I think I got 34 or so subscribers now. It's amazing. I mean, I didn't think anybody was going to see what I do out in, but at least there's a few people that do, and I appreciate it. If you hadn't subscribed to my channel, I've got some good stuff coming, and I got one more tag, and hope maybe I can get my camera turned on. I thought I had my camera turned on this morning, but I didn't. I didn't have it on. I gotta get another camera that I can take with me. I love the GoPro, but I thought I had it on and I didn't. So, I cut the beeps off and I cut the flashes off, so I thought I had it on. But anyway, we didn't get the camera on, but we did get the turkey. And so subscribe, like my channel, leave me a comment. I've got one comment on all my, and I guess that goes maybe mine. I don't know, but leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about what you'd like to see, or anything you'd like to see. Maybe I can make it happen. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully it won't be long. I'm getting old. It's hard for me to get up. But y'all have fun. Come get you a turkey. Get out there outside and get you a turkey.